So I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. For some odd reason, I am having the hardest time recording this video. I've done so many takes, but hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some really huge news regarding Kingsisle Entertainment, Wizard101 and Pirate101, and their mobile games. So Kingsisle Entertainment, the company, has been bought out by a company called MGI, which is an acronym that stands for Media and Games Invest, and they bought the game out for $126 million. Yes, I said million. That's mind blowing to me. And I've been seeing this all over Twitter, and I wanted to make a video about it as soon as I saw it, but I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm going to start there. I do apologize. I have no real excuses for why I stopped making, Wizard 101 content, except for maybe I was in a weird place. I started playing other games, started trying to branch out, and I enjoyed all those times, and I still am going to be playing all those games and Wiz. But for now, this channel is really dedicated toward Wiz, and I think it deserves the attention that it needs. Of course, well, let's just go ahead and roll into today's video. So I've seen so many things regarding this deal over Twitter the past couple of days, and I've wanted to make a video about it, recently, but I haven't. I didn't want to make a video without having the proper information. So I read up on the press release that MGI released recently, and I highly recommend reading it, and I hope you guys actually take the time to read it. It's really important. I'm just going to say right now they have a lot of business terminology in there, and it's a little hard to understand. However, there's a lot of context clues, so you'll probably figure it out along the way. But the main reason why I think you should take a look at it is because they do talk a lot about certain financial aspects about the game. So they do talk about percentages of how Wizard 101 has been making their money and where they're actually using it and how it's been helping their game. I really think you guys should take a look at it. That's a lot of the business stuff, so I'm not going to cover it too much in this video. But like I said, you guys should really read the press release to get like a full idea of exactly what they're doing. So let's begin by talking about who MGI is. Like I said, MGI is an acronym for Media and Games Invest. They are a company that invests in a plethora of games. They have a huge portfolio of games that are free to play and all around there. But they invest in games and they try to make them grow and become profitable for them. So pretty interesting. Really excited to see what they're going to be doing with Kingsisle's games. So while reading, like I said, I highlighted a bunch of important things as a community member that I find important. If you guys see anything that you think is really important, leave it in the comment section, and I'd love to discuss it with you guys. But the first thing I think that is really important is they talk about a lot of Wizard 101 and Pirate 101. They even kind of say in there that they aren't focusing on their mobile games. So they're going to be focusing specifically on Wizard 101 and Pirate 101. So I think KingsIsle will still be working on their mobile games, but I don't think MGI is going to actually be focusing entirely on that. But yeah, MGI did buy out 100% of the shares from Kingsisle Entertainment, which means they obviously bought out the game for $126 million. Actually crazy. So next thing that I want to talk about is what their plans are for Wizard 101 and Pirate 101. Stick around for the end of this video because I am going to be throwing out some questions that you guys might have after watching this video, but I also have some questions that maybe you guys could answer for me. Maybe I just missed a couple things. But anyway, so the plans that they're having for Wizard 101 are they're obviously adding these two games, these two pretty large games that KingsIsle created into their huge portfolio of a plethora of other games, which is really exciting because if a bunch of people are going to be looking at these portfolios, it could mean that there's going to be a lot of new players getting into this game, which is really exciting for both of these games. Another massive thing, which is what I was going to start with first, but I wanted to start with that bullet point first. But Wizard 101 has been known to be a free-to-play game for a while now. It's not exactly free-to-play. So MGI thinks that Wizard 101 would be more profitable if the game was actually 100% free to play. So that means every single world, every single thing that you do in this game is going to be free to play. What they think that they'll be making money off of in the game is going to be focusing on crown shop stuff. So, pay to win items and housing items that you can find in the crown shop. And yeah, so that's one thing that I think is really interesting and exciting that they're actually doing, is making this game free to play. Another thing that I think is incredibly important to point out is Wizard101 and Pirate101 are going to be eventually on console and mobile. So they're thinking of trying to get a mobile and console version of both of these games. I think they said around 2022 is when they're going to be either working on it or finalizing it. I find that to be incredibly amazing. I've never even thought, I mean, I thought maybe this game could be a mobile game at some point. It's not too hard to understand. It's pretty simplistic of a game. But I'm really excited to see these games, both the games that I love so much, Wizard101 and Pirate101, being on both consoles and mobile games, which is really exciting. Another thing that I want to add to the free-to-play topic is they are going to be dishing out loads of consistent updates for both North America and the EMEA, which stands for Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So what that means is, because they are making this game free to play and they're going to be dishing out content that you actually have to pay, certain things that you have to pay for, like in the crown shop. That's what they're going to be trying to, actually make profit off of. So they're going to be dishing out loads of content that way, which is really exciting. I'm actually really excited to see how they're actually going to be performing this. But yeah, that's really exciting to hear that they're going to be dishing out loads of pretty frequent, consistent updates and content for everybody. Okay, so all that information being said, I do have a couple questions that I want to throw out there. Maybe you guys can answer it. Maybe I missed a couple things. So let's discuss it in the comment section. But some of the questions that I have are, well, let's just start with the pretty major one. So will Pirate101 get story updates? So I know that's a bit of a weird way to put it, but I want to find out. They say they're going to put out frequent updates for both Wizard101 and Pirate101. A thing that Kingsisle Entertainment made very clear is that they aren't making any massive updates for Pirate101, which was a pretty big blow to all the Pirate101 fans out there, including myself. So I'm really interested to see if MGI is going to try and focus on Pirate101 updates like Wizard101 updates. That's just one question that I have that maybe was answered maybe in the press release that I didn't really see, but maybe you guys have more information than I do. This is something I really want to discuss with you guys. Another question that I have is what kind of content will be released in the Crown Shop? So as we all know right now, there are packs that you can get. You can use packs, which is basically just like the lottery in a way. You're opening a pack of playing cards or something, and you don't really know what you're getting. So you're just throwing money into the game, and that's something that they've done for a very long time. They also have pay-to-win items that they've had in this game for a very long time, and I don't think they're going to be getting rid of them, but I wonder how they are going to use these features in future updates or for future content. I wonder how they're going to continue this. So when I ask that question, I wonder if they're going to continue doing what they're doing now. So are they going to continue making packs? I'm pretty sure they'd continue making bundles. I feel like bundles are pretty important in the game, and I just wonder what they're going to be doing with all that kind of content. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Another thing I have a question about is will the revamp of Arc 1 still be a focused update? So one thing that they made pretty clear in a couple of their KI lives is that they are going to be focusing on updating or revamping Arc 1 of the storyline, which is really exciting because if you are a new player coming into this game, the game looks pretty outdated from future worlds, for veteran players. So they actually completely, as you know, revamped all of Wizard City, which is completely amazing, and they did such a great job with it. And then that raised the questions for other community members: are they going to update all of Arc 1? And they made it very clear that yes, they are going to be doing that. So they even in the Doomsday Croc Gauntlet, they have a full updated version of Crocotopia in there. So it's not full, but like the main hub area, the main area that you come into is completely updated. So that's my question, is if they're actually going to continue to focus on that revamp for all of Arc 1, because that is just something that I find pretty important, especially if they're going to get a bunch of new players into this game. Another question that I think is going to be a little of a weird question, but just, bear with me, is with new players joining the game, how will leveling and progression be affected? And I have a little example of World of Warcraft. So when World of Warcraft became obviously such a massive game, they decided to change their leveling system. I'm not sure when or exactly what the level was, but I was talking with one of my friends, pretty recently, and he was trying to explain to me the changes that were made in World of Warcraft. One of the reasons why I never really got into it as much as I wanted to, because I started playing it I started playing it a long time ago, but I have recently wanted to get back into it. But one of my issues was the leveling. I was afraid that everybody was going to be so far ahead of me, and the leveling was going to be pretty hard to get to. So one of my questions for Wizard 101 and even Pirate 101, I guess, is how are they going to handle newer players coming into the game, and seeing players that are like level 140. I wonder if they're going to keep the same leveling system and progression system, or are they going to try and tweak it some way, or even do the potion thing that they have in the crown shop, where you can actually buy a potion to just jump to level 50, which may or may not attract certain players. But those are just the questions that I wanted to raise. Maybe you guys can help answer them for me. And yeah, I hope this video wasn't too confusing. Hopefully it was pretty informational for you guys. This is a really big update, and I'm just super excited for this update. And I'm really excited to see where Wizard 101 and Pirate 101 will be in the future. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. We can definitely discuss all of the stuff that is in the press release. Like I said, I highly recommend reading the press release. I will be putting a link of that in my description so you guys can check it out. But that is everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe to my channel if you guys enjoyed this video. I will be posting a lot more content very soon of Wizard 101, of Caramel, of just content that's released in this game. I feel like this game is hopefully going to get the attraction that it deserves in the next coming years. But with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye!